A'ja Wilson is obviously, without question, four-time MVP, the best player in the league, and you can make an argument best player in league history when you got four MVPs, given the quality of play right now. Do I have it wrong when I say, though, there are a lot of people who transcend the sport and get into pop culture more than her, that her excellence does not merit the stardom. She has not gotten the stardom she deserves, given how much better she is than everyone else?
Well, I'll start with the first part of that. I think that's a really good question. The first part is Asia's on the way to a resume that will put her as the greatest of all time if you just talk about being decorated. This is a four-time MVP, I think like three-time Defensive Player of the Year. She's multiple-time WNBA champion. She's a college champion. She's Olympic gold medalist. She's an all-star all these times. Like, she's won every award you can really get. And there's also the eye test. She's wildly dominant. You know how you just watch some guys and you're like, nobody can stop this person. Like, Asia's impact on both ends, her motor, the way she moves, her skill on top of her athleticism and speed. There's not much like that elsewhere in the WNBA. Like, there's no woman moving like that. So right now, you can argue that she's the best player of this generation for sure right now, given her resume. Does her notoriety match that? I think Asia's a star. Like, she's got all the things right now. She's got her family. She's got her man, Bam Adebayo. She's got her signature sneaker. She's got a statue. She's got her candle. She's got a book. She's out there. I think I am the target audience, so I'm in an echo chamber. I feel like I hear about A'ja, but I do think, like, transcending, she's not as, when you look at the list of biggest social media followings, Asia's not in the top 5, I don't believe. I know she's in the top 10, but oftentimes you'll see, like, the biggest stars in the world often have the biggest followings. Right now, that's being reserved for Angel Reese. By far has the biggest social media following of WNBA players. After that, it's Caitlin Clark. Then it's Paige Becker. So it's this new generation of girls. I think Sabrina Ionescu's right there. Skylar Diggins, they're around like 1 million something. And your Paiges and your Caitlins are around like closer to 3 million or 2.5 or 3. And Angel's up around 5 million. So no, being the best is not correlating with being the most recognized yet. And, I think there could be more commotion for A'ja Wilson. I really do. I think she's a star personality on top of being a star hooper.
No, I think you're right. I just am not sure that she goes top. That if I said to people outside of the WNBA, give me the top 5 stars in the NBA, five names, give me 5 that you love.
They'd say A'ja. They'd say A'ja. People know A'ja. Am I wrong about that, guys? Do you feel like you would be able to say A'ja Wilson's name?
I do, but I'm not sure that we've been following her from college the way. I mean, the fact that you're saying Angel Reese, when the reason for Angel Reese's fame, even though she's great, is not team success, and it's not necessarily individual success. It has almost nothing to do with merit.
She's polarizing. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's part of it.
Angel has transcended culture in a way that I don't think any player in the WNBA has. Even Caitlin Clark. But I actually just pulled it up. Boardroom posts a lot of cool lists. And they have one of the most followed WNBA players. And it's Angel Reese at 5.1, Caitlin Clark 3.6 million, Paige Becker's 2.9, Sabrina Ionescu 1.5, Cameron Brink 1.4. Then it's A'ja Wilson. So she's tied for 5 at 1.4. Sophie Cunningham, the best thing that ever happened to her was going to the Indiana Fever. She skyrocketed to 1.3 million. Haley Van Lith. So this is clearly, not about being the best in the world. Haley Van Lith is a rookie who struggled for minutes this year with Chicago, 1.3 million. Kelsey Plum, 1.2, and then Skylar Diggins and Jewel Lloyd tied for around 1 million. So that's the top 10 list according to Boardroom and popularity of WNBA players. But I also think this is part of being a woman. Like, I also think there are so many things that make women dynamic and like can make you interesting or command attention or, make you compelling, being a mother, look at the stud buds. It's certainly not always about who's the hottest. It's also sometimes about who's the coolest, who's the funniest, who's the most intriguing. And like stud buds are skyrocketing in attention. The two girls with the pink hair, they're doing Vogue. And I think that's very important because we don't often see two Black, masculine, stud lesbians being centered in pop culture. So that's why the WNBA is so important, just the diversity of women that can shine.
Roz, what do we make of what's going on with Angel Reese in Chicago right now? She gets suspended with a few games remaining in the season. She doesn't play the final few games after that. I understand she was dealing with an injury too, and the team was, one of the worst teams in the league. But she comes out, she says a lot of things in that article, a lot of things which, by the way, she's probably right about, but she's only been in the league for 2 years. The team's been terrible both those years. If an NBA player, after 2 seasons on 2 terrible teams, is talking about possibly having to do what's best for them in their future and maybe asking out at some point, we'd kind of be greeting that with a side eye.
Suspended for conduct detrimental for things she said about her team.
For a half game at that. Dan, in your experience, is a half game suspension interesting or unique or weird?
I don't understand some of the punishments. I don't understand a $200 fine for Caitlin Clark, and I don't understand a half game suspension.
Did she target someone in college football? A Maury Porter situation?
The WNBA. Sometimes the WNBA is so funny. And Caitlin Clark, you know what? She is so funny to me, not to everybody. She's one of those people that I think, if you are supporting her team, you might find her funny. If you're on the other team, you might find her annoying. But her doing, after the league fined her for $200 for, rowdiness on the bench, and for her to post that publicly and almost scoff, $200, baby, I'm a multimillionaire. I have a $30 million Nike deal. I have to laugh because I'm Caitlin knows who she is. Caitlin ain't afraid of this. Caitlin knows her power. She knows her stick. She's, I like personalities. I like that. I like everything that Angel is. I love that Angel is just fabulous, handling her business on and off the court, a mogul. I love that Caitlin's, kind of funny, kind of jerky, kind of will stick it to you. I'm here for it, but that's why I like the WNBA, because there's so many cool stories and personalities, Think about even the love stories. Only in the WNBA does your partner get to bring out your MVP award. How cute was that for Asia when Bam did that? Yep.
Yep.
You didn't think it was cute?
I did. I said yep a couple of times. You didn't hear me because you were too busy talking about how cute it was.
Well, yep was just, yep. Come on, just be excited.
All
Dude.
right.
It was a really cool moment.
He was excited. We just found out you throw the knife by the blade.
That was that's my enthusiasm. I'm a famously repressed person. That was a volcano of emotion from me.